Welcome to Dan Gaucher Golf, guys. Rainy day outside, so we moved it indoors to the new hitting studio. Today we're going to talk about how this hula hoop can help you hit a golf ball a little bit more crisp, especially with those irons, how to launch it a little bit better with that driver. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you hula hoop and embarrass yourself or anything crazy like that, but we're really going to use this as a 2D representation of what the arc of this club is actually doing, especially this bottom quarter here is what we're really going to use it for. So what happens is when I set this arc up, or this hula hoop up, right even with my body, golf ball right in the middle of my stance, which is right where I'd play it for my 6-iron that I have here. Now what happens here is, as I take a swing back, or as I start to turn back, what happens is, as I turn, my weight naturally shifts to my right side here. That's just a natural occurrence, just by kind of turning my hips, rotating back. So as I do that, the arc, or this low point, where my center of gravity is moving back a little bit as well. So what I see with a lot of players here is they make this really good turn back, and then they actually just hang out back here, and they're going to contact this ground way back here where we have this contact point with the ground on the arc is. Okay? So as they swing back, that arc stays back, and they just hit this ground way too far behind. What we'd like to see you do is you turn back, this arc turns back too, as you use this back foot for leverage and start to actually push off this back foot a little bit, what we should actually see is that this arc, or this plane, moves forward as well. Okay? So when they talk about a tour player hitting down on a golf ball or contacting ball first, then the ground, this is exactly what they're talking about. So again, swing back or turn back, arc moves back with me, low point moves back, and as I start to turn through, or as I start to push off this back foot, you're going to see that low point is now transitioned to in front of this golf ball. So exactly what happens here is I start to turn, I move through, this arc, or this club is now traveling down at this golf ball, and it's going to actually make contact with the ground maybe an inch or so in front of this golf ball. So if we want to hit down on the golf ball, we want to get crisp contact with this golf ball, we need to work on our weight transition a little bit better. So transitioning from that backswing with the weight on our right side, all the way through turning through, getting that weight to transition more to our left. At impact, we're looking at something maybe like 60–70% of our weight actually getting forward onto this front foot a little bit more, maybe a little bit quicker for some of you. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully get the handle here in front of the golf ball as well. Really going to crisp up that contact. Hopefully we're going to see that golf ball take off a little bit better. Now likewise, still using this same arc here, if I were to take a driver. Now with the driver, the big thing that changes is my ball position. So now if I have this ball in the front of my stance here, and we put the arc again, 50-50 right in the middle, you're going to see that we're actually hitting up onto this golf ball, or the golf ball is forward, so the arc is actually pointing up a little bit here. That's ideally what we want. We want to be hitting up on this golf ball maybe 2–3 degrees, launching that 9.5-degree driver or 10-degree driver, hopefully launching it at closer to a 12 or 13 degrees. So the way we do this with the driver is we move that ball position up in our stance. We do the same thing. We take our swing back, or we turn back, that arc moves back. And as we come through with the driver, it's okay to actually just hang back that little bit more, just so again, we can actually be hitting up on this golf ball before getting all the way through. Really visualize that arc. Hopefully that low point can be controlled. I highly recommend working on some drills controlling that low point, controlling the club at the end of the lever. Hopefully this tip helps, guys. Hopefully it helps you lower your scores. Hopefully it helps you enjoy the game a little bit more. Don't forget, come back and see me. Video tips posted all the time. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Dan Gaucher Golf. Don't forget to check it out.